Hi, welcome to my channel, The Machine Learning Engineer. Today we continue with the series of videos I'm doing about MLOps, and today we are gonna see the toolkit Apache TIKA, which is a content analysis toolkit from Apache, which helps us to detect and extract metadata and text from over 1,000 different data types, like PPT, Excel, PDFs, video, images, etc. So Tika offers us a common interface to work with many different data types, and from many of them is possible to extract text, and from others like video or audio is not possible, but at least it's possible to identify the type of the data type and extract some important information from that file, and this way you will be able to work with that document in another component which is ready to extract text or other content from that type. This is a tool which is very useful when at the time that you are pre-processing data and you try to build a pipeline to either fine-tune a model or do a kind of inference and send in a batch or whatever kind of flow or process you try to do, is really useful in order to work with a common interface, multiple languages, multiple formats that could come from a data lake. You never know what you could have there. This tool is gonna ingest the file, and it's gonna tell you what you had inside. As I said, this is really important because in many cases, to do the same that Tika is doing with a single interface and with a single call, you need to use dozens of different libraries to do it. For example, in Python, if you want to know what is the main type, you need to use a library. If you want to know the language, you need to use another. If you want to you want to work with Word or with PPTs or with PDFs which are coming from printing a Word or scanning a document, you need to work with different libraries which allow us to parse and to read those kind of documents. Also, for example, compressed files, encrypted files, PST containers from messages, for example, even databases as SQLite 3, the SQL library that comes with Python, and many others. So the tool allows us to parse all these different types of documents. As I said, we had round about 1,000 different data types. I patch you here the documentation. I will put as well the documentation in the notebook that later on I will pass to I will push to the repository, and you will be able to work with. And in my opinion, it's a tool that I use in many projects, especially in those that we need to work with information that is hosted in a data lake. And as part of the pre-processing we are doing, we use it just again to extract using a common interface information for whatever file we have. If Tika doesn't read it, believe me, nothing is gonna read it. This tool is really good in this job, no? And then it offers two main interfaces. One is parsing, and the other one is detection. The detection interface contain extra add-ons where you can use the extracted information for even image classification, extract ner entities, extract the data type, the MIME type, the language of the document, and so on and so forth. The parsing is working. First of all, it detects take the document, extract some metadata. When understand that it's possible to extract text from the document, is extracted, and it, for example, is an image uncontained document. You just need to pass a extra parameter to the call, to the request, and it will use tesseract under the hood to extract the text from that image, PDF, PPT, Word document with images, whatever you send it, is able to scan it and extract first of all the images, and from these images extract the text and return it in the same format that the format is used for any data type that we have, that the library handle. The library is obviously from Apache, so the Apache Software Foundation is free to use under the Apache tool license. So it's written down in Java, so we are not going to see the details. We are going to see just how to install it and how to use the client in Python. There are multiple clients in other languages: C#, Rust, C++, Java, obviously, Python. The Python one is the one we would use. Essentially, you can write any you can use it in any language because at the end of the day, this is just TIKA offers a RESTful API via HTTP or HTTPS, and you can send a request to the server, and the server, depending if you want to parse or to detect or to use OCR detection, OCR extraction, or image classification, whatever you want to send, you just simply send a request. This is embedded on the Python client, and you send it to the API, and the server returns you the content. So, as I said, I have prepared a document with a notebook with all this a small demo with the install. The install is pretty simple. As I mentioned, is essentially either you install the hard, you can download it from the repo and create with Maven. You can Maven is the tool like to build a Java application, and you create the hard. And with this you just run the server. The server run in a port, and then on you use it with any client, any HTTP request interface to the port where you run the server. By default, the 9998 port. So if you want to install a Docker, it's pretty simple. You just run the Docker in this port. If you don't have it, it will download, and you just need to put the label. I think here I have the exactly. There is different. By default, it will take. I will show you how to work with the full. Full is not all the functionalities. You have here some specific functionalities. You need to include these YAML files if you want to install, for example, the vision functionality, the NER, NLP, NER, Grobit to extract text from PDFs using the Grobit API. Custom OCR is included on the full. If you go to the Docker file, you will see that you have here all the components, GDAL, and also 5 languages in tesseract. Everything ready to go. You just need to pull the Docker, is install it with the Java runtime with everything you need, with the software, and ready to go. To start with, for this introduction, I recommend you to do it that way. If you want to do it via the installation, it's up to you. You just need to build the application with Maven. Okay, so I already had the server running on my Docker desktop. So, as I said, just pull the Docker latest TIKA latest pull, and that's it. So then on you can install the TIKA client. Is simply pip TIKA, install TIKA. That's it. You can also build it from the repo, but no need, is pretty much the same. And I here installing LandDetect. LandDetect is the library that currently I'm using for language detection, and you will see this is now, I'm going to move this functionality to TIKA. I had to say that I'm using TIKA for some time already, couple of years, 2 years and a half already, and they improve a lot some of the functionalities that now are working. I tested this kind of 2 years ago. It didn't work very well. Now it's working very, very well, really identical to what we get with LandDetect. It's a Python library specialized in language detection, and you will see as well OCR in this demo, mind detection, and mind type detection, and something more I will show you in this video. So we install the Docker, we install this library just to compare. We import TIKA, import the parser, the language class. There is 2 main classes, parser and detector. And there is some specialized classes like language detection. We just you need to import in the client. Again, you can do this. The Python wrapper, like any other client, is just a wrapper of the HTTP request done to the server. You can see here. So you can use when you import the parser, you can use the method from buffer. Buffer is like here a string. It can be a byte, or it can be a simple string, or you can use the method from file. Well, in this case is from buffer. I will show you from file later on. In this case, I'm just sending a string to the server, and you will see, yeah, it's pretty quickly. It's practically immediately detect is returning, passing you some metadata, and also in the metadata the content of the you can parse this later. You specify some to strip this text. You can do it as well. It's not by default. It's including some carry returns in the text that you send. Then on here with language, we test and it's detecting the language. Now here I prepare a class. This is coming from one of the unit tests I had with multiple languages. Done with as I said, the language detection I'm doing right now is with LandDetect. Here I'm going to test what is the output with LandDetect and also with TIKA. So you can see here I use LandDetect, and here we do the same. Then you can check here the logs on the server. 1 second. You can see here all the calls that have been done to the server. Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's very, very fast, very good, optimized the software. And you can see here is exactly the same. There is some small mistakes here. For example, here Catalan is not correctly detected, but the rest are correctly detected. Catalan, I don't think that is the best text in Catalan. Probably because here is pretty similar to French. Okay, again, it's probably not a language that we use. Obviously, we use more. It's more common to use documents in Spanish. Obviously, no. The rest are perfectly detected. It's the only problem I found, and it's probably more connected with because I prepare this, no, and then I don't know too much about Catalan. There is somebody who is fluent in this language. Is also from Spain. It's an official language in Catalonia, and yeah, I prepare this in probably, as I said, not the best representation of the language. I did the same with the others, to be honest, and then well, it's in that case, yeah, it's detecting the language very well. But okay, it's nothing is perfect, as you probably know. I want to show you how this works, no? Okay, here we are reading detecting the language from buffer. Here from a file we just pass the URL, the URI of the file. It's this file I have here, contribution or part source, and then you just simply pass it, and then on English, and then on this is a CSV file also here. English is pretty much. Now you are gonna see OCR. The only thing that you need to do is just simply include a header to tell the TIKA that if it's needed, use the OCR with this language, English. You just pass this. I hope that is, yeah. Yeah, exactly. And here it's taking a while, but well, it's a document with 8 pages in a scanned document. And you can see here this is from the previous video. It's in my application, in the application I'm working, we use Tesseract as OCR, and then on this is using the same technology. So it's we get it's one of the, yeah, you can see here 8 pages, and then on you can print the content here, and then you can check. Yeah, pretty much good. Now we do with a TIFF. This is a multi. Even when we are saying here TIFF, is essentially is a TIFF. TIFF is a container with multiple images, multiple TIFF. Usually that was the format that some time ago we use it when we use fax 20 years ago. We usually send the content of the fax converted into a TIFF format into the mailbox of the user. Why the TIFF? Because it's a multi-page document. You can see here there is 6 pages, and then on is, yeah, everything here is translated. I think I have somewhere the document, probably here. Let me show you. Oh, sometimes my machine is going very, very slow, but let me show you 1 second. One second, it's gonna be a second. It will take some seconds. As you can see here, this is the file is a TIFF Probably you can, oops, no, it's not this. If we open it, how we can move the page? Sometimes it's okay. Let me, but yeah, the page, yeah, it's probably even you can see here, total pages included 6. Let me check 25. I think there is a possibility here to move from page to page. But okay, well, you can try in any case in your site. I don't remember how I did this before. But yeah, the file contains six pages. It's a TIFF. You can see here as well on the metadata. Image page number 56 blah blah blah, page count as well 6, and well, you have here all the content of this. Probably can use another library to open this. It's gonna be easy. Let me 1 second open with photos. Probably this. I'm not really sure. No, this not, but it's not this one. Open with photo viewer. It's not. I let you to do it in your environment. Exactly. Here you can see it. 6 pages. You can check this. It's usually the format that some 20 years ago we used to send fax to the inbox of a user. If you check here, sends Bolen and Siemens of console, blah blah blah. If you go here, probably sends Bates and Go of console. Yeah, very efficient, as I said. Something that you probably need to have close to you when you are working with data in a data lake and you don't know beforehand what you have here. Just I'm using the detector to understand the MIME type. Very simple. Here you can print all the configuration. It's a lot of all the parsers you have available. You can get this information from the server. The MIME types you detect similarly. Here I take another document. This is let me show you, is a certificate nationality. I will show you now. Just pass to where is that? No, that's not. I will open it. So here is already printed the content, and then let me open it to you to see it is really, yeah, you can check here as well. Really, really good. Here, I don't think that they are using the ñ here. No, it's Buenos Aires. Okay, so now here we pass a GIF, another format, OCR, and here you have the text. Here we pass a Excel with a multi-sheet. You can see here it was immediately exported, all the sheets. Here we pass a WAP. Here we are not going to start tests, but at least we extract the metadata, and now we know that our file is a WAP file, and then on we can parse it or extract it with, for example, Whisper or with a multimodal model. Here we use an MP4. Also, we cannot extract text, it's known, but the same. The metadata, here is an MP4, here is a BND wave audio file, and here I'm just doing the latest example with a PDF, which is the output of printing a web page. Here also I want to show you, you see the speed, it's impressive. And here you can see it's extracting even the links. Here you have links, you have here images. So you can parse later this information and use it, for example, as an input of a multimodal model. And then on, you had some videos on the channel how to work with this. In that case, we use PY Mu PDF for LLM and this tool, this library in Python. But here you can see you can detect, you can extract the text simply and detect where you have an image, download the image and process it as well. Here, well, obviously there is some disadvantages here. I don't see where we have the page number, but I think you can get information from where you have or which kind of which page is which on the text that has been produced. And that's pretty much all. As I said, this is very, very good tool that you need to know. You need to have close to you when you are working on productionizing an application, because it's giving you a common interface to work with many data. When you are deploying an application after the modeling phase, and you need to start thinking how you are going to ingest the data and send this data either for training, for fine-tuning, or for inference to your model. You have here this tool which is going to ingest whatever you send it, extract the text, the image, whatever. You can then route it. The toolkit doesn't do exactly what you want. At least you what contains the file that you are receiving, and then you can route this file to an appropriate component where it's maybe transforming or extracting, for example, from a WAV file, an audio file, transcribing the content into text, or from a video, just transforming to an appropriate shape. Many things. At least you had a common interface. You can send to this interface whatever file, even just to filter what is possible to send, or to make a control before the file get the pipeline or get the inference endpoint, and then on you can save and avoid a lot of problems. It's one of the tools that I strongly recommend you to have, to know how it works, and to have it as I said, is a essential piece of the pre-processing data on a standard common interface, and then you are going to get always, it is possible, common metadata, some extra metadata. It is possible to parse, to extract using OCR, not OCR, some other techniques that we will see in a more advanced video, where we will see, for example, NER extraction or image classification is possible to do as well with TIKA server. And again, you need to my opinion, is something that you need to know. At least it's there, and in many cases it's going to be very useful in your data processing, in your MLOps pipeline, before you send the final information to the inferences point or to the training or fine-tuning process. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much for watching the video up to this point. I hope that you find it interesting and useful for your job, for your training, for whatever reason are you watching these videos. And if so, just give me a like, subscribe to the channel. You have super thanks now available. Thank you. We grow a lot in last months in the channel, but I need to continue growing to be able to keep doing this kind of videos. So give me a like. You have again super thanks, all this stuff. Share, make comments, all this stuff to help me to grow in YouTube. Thank you very much and see you soon.